Frank shoves me into the back seat of a black SUV with tinted windows. It doesn't have government plates, but it might as well have. James is in the front seat with a heavy-set driver. He is sporting his usual goofy grin. He glances back at me several times. As if I'm a prom date, he can't believe said yes. I'm crammed between Frank and a guard, and they have me in handcuffs and leg irons. The guard is wearing way too much cologne, undoubtedly bought at a dollar store. I guess if you buy it by the quart, you might as well put on a hefty dose. He says his girlfriend likes it. His girlfriend is a bad liar. I push my elbows out, trying to get my fair share of the back seat and say, this is damn uncomfortable. You two could afford to skip a few meals, maybe eat some prison food. That will take the pounds off. You know McDonald's has salads. You don't always have to get the McLard burger. I shift in my seat, fighting for a few extra inches. Are these handcuffs necessary? I've agreed to do your little science experiment. Maybe you could treat me with some respect. I rattle the handcuffs, but Frank and the guard ignore me. They sit silently, looking out the window at the endless fields. A dog would be better company and not smell nearly as bad.
It's only until we get to the lab,
James says.
I have your training all planned out. There's a physics class on time travel. I'm going to teach that one. And we have a history professor who will teach about 1921 and physical fitness training. And most importantly, we must strengthen your mind to resist the feedback loop.
James looks back at me and nods his head up and down. He likes to do this, thinking it will make me agree. I nod a few times and then shake my head no. I agreed to go back in time, not back to school. James is not a bad chap, but I'm pretty sure I would want to slap him around after a while. It's like eating chocolate cake. The first piece tastes great, but the sugar makes you want to puke after the third.
Oh, and we have a guy who will teach you how to track down your great-grandfather. And, he will show you the best way to, well, you know.
No, I don't know. Do you mean murder him? Is that what you're trying to say, James? Are you going to train me to become a murderer? Frank lets out a short, sarcastic snort. Where are you guys taking me anyway? Shouldn't we have some snacks? You can't take a road trip without snacks. I glance at Frank. He is staring straight ahead with a blank look. James is turned around in his seat, grinning at me. What do you say, James? Should we stop and get some Slurpees?
I could go for a grape Slurpee.
Grape? Hell no. You want cherry. I worry about you sometimes, James.
We aren't stopping.
Is there a Slurpee machine where we are going? Where is that again?
It's the Davis-Besse nuclear power plant. They were going to decommission it, so we purchased it.
What? No way. I'm not going to any nuclear power plant. I shake my head and rattle my handcuffs. Isn't that the one that almost had a meltdown?
You're thinking of 3 Mile Island. This one had a giant corroded hole in the reactor cap, but they caught it before it caused any problems.
And you guys purchased it? Shrewd.
It's fixed now. We need it for the power. It takes a lot of energy to send someone into the past.
James, inmate Robertson doesn't need to know the details.
Hold on, I'm interested. And you can call me Stan, seeing as we are friends now. Frank let out another snort. So why me? Why don't you send someone else back, have them pop Gramps, and bring them home?
Stan, is it okay if I also call you Stan?
I nod my head.
We can't send people to the future. So he would have to kill your great-grandfather and his own before the feedback loop caused his head to explode. Then he would be trapped in the past.
Explode? I thought it caused your brain to fry. I glance at Frank, who is smiling. Forget it. Count me out.
Stan.
Stop calling me Stan. We aren't friends anymore.
First, it fries your brain, but then the pressure builds up and there is a small explosion, but not always. Sometimes it liquefies your brain, and instead of an explosion, ooze comes out of your nose and eye sockets.
James nods his head and smiles, thinking somehow this is more acceptable. Frank laughs and says,
James, I changed my mind. Tell inmate Robertson more details.
That's about it, but we are continuing to improve the process, and you will have at least a month before this happens.
Outside, there are dark gray clouds hanging low over the landscape. The crops have been harvested, and the fields are nothing more than broken corn stalks sticking out of brown mud. A cold rain is falling. This is a hell of a choice. Stay in prison or risk having my head explode. I thought the guys had the process worked out, but I'm nothing more than a guinea pig. I would get the hell away from them if I had any sense. The SUV slows down and pulls into a convenience store with gas pumps. Everyone groans as it hits a couple of potholes. Frank and the guard have been hitting the coffee pretty hard, and as soon as the vehicle stops, They bolt for the restroom. The driver heads inside to pay for the gas, and James follows to see if they have a Slurpee machine. I'm alone and amazed they forgot about me. Working with morons has its advantages. A pickup truck is at the pump next to ours, and even with the leg irons and handcuffs, I slip into the truck's bed and pull a tarp over me. The truck pulls onto the highway, and like that, I'm free of those idiots. I wish I could see Frank's and the guard's face. They must be having a heated discussion on whose fault it is. I can't stop smiling. They watch me like a hawk all day. And then, because of a weak bladder, I'm a free man. Hopefully James was able to get his Slurpee. And he better have gotten cherry, and not that awful grape. That boy needs a strong male role model, someone other than that Neanderthal Frank. I hadn't planned to escape. Sure, I thought about it and ran fantasies through my mind. They involved Frank being chewed out by his boss. Sometimes he would be demoted to a traffic cop, his fat ass standing in a busy intersection directing traffic. I know they will come after me, and I want to see how this time travel deal works out. But the way they left me standing there alone was too much to resist. As a prisoner, I'm obligated to give it a shot. I mean, if I'm not willing to jump in the back of a pickup truck, well, that is being disrespectful to the convicts who crawled through sewer pipes to get away. Besides, what are they going to do to me? We will play hide and seek for a while, and then they will haul me back to do their science experiment. Frank will make a big deal about it, waving his gun at me and threatening to throw me in the hole. But James will take the carrot approach, offering to do something nice. Maybe I can get a thick porterhouse steak dinner if I promise not to run away again. It's an hour before the pickup truck pulls onto a dirt road and a few minutes later onto a driveway with deep ruts. The driver needs to retake driver's ed. Does he have to hit every hole? We pull into a barn, and I search the truck bed for something to use as a weapon. But the barn door closes, leaving me alone. There is the strong smell of manure, and I hear animals stirring. Getting out of the truck, I see a dozen or so cows all chewing hay and producing methane. Man, the odor is strong. I guess this is global warming at its source. A cow farts in Ohio, and a hurricane hits Florida. A workbench has the tools I need. I grab a power jigsaw and remove my leg irons. The handcuffs are going to be difficult. But I hear a noise and duck out of sight. A boy with sandy brown hair wearing overalls and black rubber boots enters and slowly walks around. He looks to be 11, maybe 12. He must have heard the power tools.
Hello, is someone in here? Is that you, Mr. Johnson? Pa says you are not allowed to borrow any more tools.
The boy walks in front of me, and I grab him, putting my hands over his mouth. Shh, I'm not going to hurt you, but I need your help. He gives me an angry look rather than a scared one. Impressive. I like the boy already. I'm going to take my hands off your mouth, but I have to hold on to you until we have a chance to talk. Promise not to scream? The boy nods his head. I give him a stern look, and he nods again.
Who are you? When my pa finds out you are in the barn, he is going to be mad.
I'm Stan. Stan Robertson. Some men are chasing me. I need your help. I kneel on one knee so we are at the same eye level. Do you know how to use power tools?
Pa says I'm not allowed unless he is with me. Let me go and I'll get him.
I want to let you go, but you have to stay and help me. What's your name?
Tommy.
He gives me a cautious glance, unsure what to make of me. Did your pa tell you to help people when they are in trouble? If I had a flat tire and a broken arm, would you help me?
Yeah, that is being neighborly.
Well, that is what this is like. It's like I have a broken arm. I need you to take that hacksaw and cut the chain between my handcuffs.
I don't think so, mister. Let me get Pa. He will know what to do.
Stan, call me Stan. Tommy, we are friends. Friends help each other out.
Why do you have handcuffs on? Are you an escaped convict?
It's due to a gross miscarriage of justice. I mean, the court said I did something, but I didn't. I'm innocent. That's why I ran away. You know how it is. Sometimes in school you get in trouble for things you didn't do. That's what happened to me. But nobody would listen, so I had to run away.
In school once, Billy pushed Susie, but she thought I did it. I had to spend recess in detention.
That's what happened to me. The court said I did something, but I didn't.
I have to do a report on the courts for school. There are 3 branches of government: the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. The judiciary is the courts. The 3 best reports get to go to the Capitol and meet the governor.
Yeah, that's real interesting, kid. Can you take that hacksaw and cut the chain between my handcuffs?
I don't think so. I think I should get Pa.
I'll help you with your report. You're sure to win then, having someone who has been wrongly convicted in court and all. I smile and raise my eyebrows. Look, I'm going to let you go. That proves I'm one of the good guys. I release Tommy and he jumps up.
I'm going to get Pa.
There is no time. Some men are after me. I'll be in big trouble if they catch me. Friends look after each other. Tommy opened the door, then closed it and looked back at me.
There is a large black car, and 2 men are talking to Pa. They are wearing guns.
Shit.
Ma says we are not supposed to say that word.
Can I say crap?
Yeah, but sometimes when I'm with my friends, I say shit.
You should listen to your mom. She is the only one who will ever watch out for you.
You're not going to tell her.
Of course not. We are buddies. Buddies don't squeal on each other. Now peek out the door and tell me what you see.
There are 4 of them. 2 of them have guns, and 1 is drinking a Slurpee.
What flavor?
Grape?
Shit, I mean crap. I told him to get cherry. What flavor do you like better, grape or cherry?
Cherry.
Good man. You're going to do well in life. Now, Tommy, you have to understand these guys aren't too bright. I mean, we stop at a gas station, and I'm able to jump in the back of your dad's truck and make a getaway. And the one drinking the grape Slurpee. Twice I told him cherry was better. Pretty stupid, right?
I'll say.
Most importantly, we don't want these idiots to start shooting and me or you catch a bullet. The government should never have given these morons guns. You may want to put that in your report. You'll want to stress the fact they are morons, especially the one named Frank.
Okay, but how do you spell morons?
Ask your mom. I'm going to surrender so no one gets hurt. I escaped once. I'm sure I can do it again. I didn't even want to escape, but they made it too damn easy. Tommy is staring at me, taking in every word. He can tell his friends this story if those idiots don't shoot up the place. Better yet, I'm going to tell them you captured me. Pick up the crowbar and stand way back, off to the side, behind that big beam. I crack the door and shout, "Hey, assholes!" I glance at Tommy and whisper, "Am I allowed to say assholes?" Tommy shakes his head no. "Hey, morons, I'm in the barn with Tommy." Frank draws his sidearm and walks toward the door. I look back at Tommy and say, "Typical. He pulled his gun and is pointing it at me. He must be compensating for a small penis."
What's a penis?
Do you know what a dick is? Tommy nods his head. A penis is what doctors call a dick. They spend a lot of money attending medical school, so they have to call everything something else. It makes themselves sound important. That way they can overcharge you. Don't be a doctor. Be something honest, like a loan shark.
I'm going to be a professional soccer player.
Soccer? Oh, God. I shake my head. There's only so much I can teach the boy in such a short time. Maybe I can convince James to send him a football.
You're holding a 10-year-old boy hostage.
I'm 11.
He is not a hostage. I'm helping him with his school report. We are discussing how the government can be overbearing and trample citizens' rights. And by the way, he is 11. Try to get something right, Frank.
If you harm him, I'll personally send you to hell.
I look at Tommy and say, "See, I told you these aren't nice men. I bet your mom wouldn't like him swearing." I then shout, "Don't worry, he is fine. In fact, he captured me. I'm coming out with my hands up. I don't want you assholes, I mean morons, shooting us. So be cool." I walk out of the barn with my hands held high. Frank and the guard have their guns pointed at me. Tommy, with a broad smile, follows, holding a crowbar.
You're going back to prison.
He can't go back,
James says.
We promised the director we could get Judge Wilkins back. We need Stan.
James holds out a cherry Slurpee, and Frank knocks it out of his hand, and it splashes on the ground.
Professional audiobooks in a click. Spoken.